Alright, so it's part 3 for Ikoria spoilers, and before we get on with yesterday's spoilers, I do want to make one amendment to the list. That being the Clash of the Titans card. So this is the one where you can target any two creatures and make them fight. I didn't realise that you can target like two of your opponents, or two opponents. So really it is better than what I initially thought. I still think it's kind of overcosted, and to just make two things fight doesn't really matter. But I'm bumping it up to a C. I still think it's overcosted, but it's better than D. And with that, it's time to go on to the spoilers. Now there's only 5 to go through, so this is going to be a pretty short video, but it is what it is. But again, if you've been enjoying this series and you're not subbed or whatever, then by all means, please sub. Hey, so before we get on with the rest of the video, if you could consider liking the video, commenting the video, subscribing if you enjoyed it, and hitting the bell icon. And also, you could follow us on Facebook and Twitter if you enjoy magic memes, and also follow us on Twitch where you get to watch videos like this happen live. So yeah, let's just get on with it. And the first of the latest cards is Migratory Greathorn. Cool. It's a 4 mana green beast creature 3/4. And it's got a 3 mana mutate, so that's 3 mana mutate good. And whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Okay, so I think that this card is kind of super underwhelming, especially when we compare it to the other one. When we compare it to Auspicious Starix, which is higher costed for sure, but this can also get you a land off your deck. This can get you multiple things without paying the mana cost, period. But the other card, I would just much rather play Fertile Footsteps, because then the land also doesn't come in tapped. If it made it so the land didn't come in tapped, I would maybe be more inclined to play it, but I think it's just kind of okay. I wouldn't play it in ramp, is what I'm saying. I guess if you end up mutating this thing like a bunch of times, then yeah, sure, you can just like suck all the lands out your deck. But again, I think that the mutate thing, where as soon as they out a mutated guy, you're down a bunch of cards, is... I really hope we get a mutate guy with hexproof, that's all I'm saying. Alright, so where am I putting this card? I think honestly, this is probably like... I think it's another D tier. I guess because of the ramp, theoretically C tier. It's a little bit better than the other D options, I guess, but because at least it's you're getting something out of it that's tangible. So Ominous Seas is the next card for this video, and it is a 2 mana blue enchantment. Whenever you draw a card, put an Omen counter on Ominous Seas, remove 8 Omen counters, create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token, and it has cycling too. So this is kind of interesting card because of how low costed it is. You can just fire it off there like super early, and if you're drawing like a whole bunch, especially with cycling, realistically you can get like a lot of Krakens out of this, especially if you're like got multiple of these on board. I quite like this card. I think it's probably like a semi-okay build around, even if you're just like flinging it into like a control deck like super early on. If you're seeing this, then it's good, and then because it has cycling, if you see it later on, it doesn't really matter. So I quite like Ominous Seas. Yeah, I think this card's pretty sick. I'm going to put it on high C, yeah. I think I'm going to mess about with this for the next video and separate the high C's into a new tier. So I guess C will be its own tier, but it will be technically better than the current C, because this isn't quite a B card, but it's definitely not quite as bad as the other C's that are there. But yeah, I think Ominous Seas is really cool, especially because realistically, you're getting an 8/8 Kraken, many 8/8 Krakens potentially for only 2 mana. Next on the list is a Rooting Moloch. It is a 5 mana red 4/4 lizard creature, and it says, when Rooting Moloch enters the battlefield, exile target card with a cycling ability from your graveyard until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Kind of iffy on it, honestly. I think it's kind of cool because it does synergize with how cycling works. I just think that it's super highly costed for what it does. I think if this was maybe like 2 mana, it would be like sick, but being 5 mana, like if you're playing this on 5, you're realistically not getting to play whatever it is in your grave. Well, it is till the end of your next turn, I guess, but it's super slow, it's super highly costed. This card just is simply not getting played. And because of that, I'm going to put Root and Moloch. This is D. This is so D. Just because of how, like, yeah, like, recycling's cool, but recycling's cool when it's efficient. It's not cool when it's super, super incredibly slow. Second last for the day, we have Thieving Otter, which is a 3-mana otter creature 2/2. And whenever Thieving Otter deals combat damage to an opponent, draw a card. Like, I can see this being like a fairly decent like draft pick, but in terms of anything else, this ain't seen play. Because like with this, what this is trying to do is like be like a 1/1 flyer that you've put Curious Obsession on. But if this was a flyer, I would be like fairly inclined to play it. But because it doesn't fly, it's straight up not worth it. Yeah, I don't like this card. It's not that I don't like it. I just think that what it's trying to do, because it doesn't fly, it's just not good enough. So I'm going to put Thieving Otter into C. It's not quite D. Draws your cards. Drawing card, good. That is on the list of good things. So it's not quite a D. Last on the list is Bastion of Remembrance, which is a 3-mana black enchantment. And when it enters battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So that's okay, cool. And then whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Right, so it's not good, right? It's not good, but it's also not bad either. I can definitely see this being played in some kind of like cat oven abuse deck. Every time you cycle a cat, they lose 2 life instead of 1, so you only need to cycle 10 cats. That's not terrible, especially if you're then, you know, following up with Cruel Celebrants and other things like that. I can definitely see a kind of sacrifice ping thing, and this is like a good use for that. And there's Cruel Celebrant right there, actually. Although 3 mana is a bit steep, but if you're playing cat ovens, it doesn't really matter because you're actually getting use out of it that turn. So that's pretty much where I can see it. And the fact that it gives you like a blocker is kind of nice. It's not a bad card at all. It's just kind of slow. It's definitely more casual based. Just because like these kind of effects is just, you're not like, mono red kills you by turn 4. If you can't have a deck that fends them off by that point, what's the point? But I do like this card, to be fair. So I think this is probably like a mid C. It's not like the high C, but it's a mid C. It's like high of the next tier that I'm gonna make. But yeah, so I mean, I guess that is today's tier list. I guess I try and stretch it out into as entertaining a video as I can. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, then by all means you should follow us, because we'll be doing this for the rest of Ikoria, and then we'll get to have all of the Ikoria cards nice and tiered up by the end of the series. And I'll be doing this for all the rest of the sets that are coming out in the future. So yeah, stand by for that. So that's the video, and I guess I will see you tomorrow if there's more spoilers. Hey, so thanks for watching this video to the end, and again, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing and hitting the bell icon if you enjoyed it. And also, if you really enjoyed it, go follow us on Facebook and Twitter if you like magic memes, and go follow us on Twitch as well, where you get to watch videos like this happen live. And obviously, that means you get to interact with us as well, and we're pretty cool. You'll like us. Anyway, just thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next video.